And we are in the fishbowl. Let's go, you guys. Episode 10. Thank you so much for listening. You guys, the fishbowl has been nominated for Innovator of the Year. Well, actually, I don't mean to brag, you guys, but I have been nominated for Innovator of the Year 2022 at the Quill Podcast Awards. So thank you to everyone who's been a guest and called into the show. Big thank you to Quill Inc. You may not realize that the fishbowl is up there with the likes of Elon Musk, Albert Einstein, Kanye West, great minds. We got important shit to talk about. Episode 10. Let's go, you guys. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, a.k.a. Benifer. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck reportedly purchased a $50 million home in Los Angeles. That's so fucking expensive. I don't know why people think when they have these people have, their net worth is fucking however much they should have this expensive of a house. Pretty sure they still take the same amount of shits. I don't even know if they have any kids. I think maybe they have kids from other marriages. It's going to be cheaper by the dozen in that house now. Both their kids from previous marriages living together while they go do their busy ass careers. Benifer is a great couple name though. Benifer, man. Only greater couple name, Brangelina. R.I.P. Brangelina. That was arguably one of the greatest celebrity couples, at least name wise. Celebrity couple names, that was on point. Brangelina sounds like speaking a love language. That's a romance language. Brangelina. Benifer, though, that's good. This could be, a match made in 2000s heaven. Back that big flop movie, Geely. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez were in this fucking movie, Geely. That shit was a flop. At least they found love. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck are planning for their future. TMZ reports that the couple has spent at least $50 million on an estate in Los Angeles' Bel Air. Now they're the fresh king and queen of Bel Air. The 20,000 square foot estate apparently has 10 bedrooms and 17 bathrooms. 17 bathrooms? As well as multiple kitchens, a theater, a gym, a pool, and more. According to the outlet, it seems that both J-Lo and Affleck's kids will live in the extremely private home, surrounded by trees, and has a great view of the city. That's a fucking oxymoron. That's too good to be true right there. Surrounded by trees, but also has a beautiful view. I'll see it to believe it. That's the vibe, though. Surrounded by trees, and you can tan in the nude. Have fun, you too. Geely. We should just call them Geely. The name of the movie that flopped. I gotta watch that movie now. See what the fuck that's all about. It's about gangsters or something. What is their name? Geely. Geely. Sounds like an alien. Geely phone home. Geely is rich as fuck. What does Geely need 17 bathrooms for? They say having a second chance at real love. Yeah, like I said, we learned a lot. We know what's real, what's not real. So it's just the game has changed. Again, I'm not trying to say too much. They got that real love. I don't know what you guys have. They got that love in early 2000s box office flop heaven. Ben Affleck was in fucking Batman versus Superman. Ben Affleck put on like 100 pounds of muscle for that movie, and I don't think anyone saw the movie. Whereas Robert Pattinson just like got an emo ass haircut, and the world is going fucking crazy. Everyone in Russia is just stuck watching Batman versus Superman over and over. All right, Bennifer. I hope you guys enjoy tanning in the nude and in each other's presence. This is like that couple in college that is always breaking up and getting back together and breaking up. And you know they're just gonna get back together. It's just a fucking toxic relationship. Congratulations, Bennifer. You guys enjoy each other. It's the end of the road. No one's gonna want you after this. You can't go back on Tinder. You can't go back on the market. You guys are made for each other. This is it. So you better be fucking happy. Surrounded by your trees with your 17 bathrooms and millions of children. Cheaper by the dozen 3. All right, you guys. Have you seen this new Harry Potter game? New Harry Potter PlayStation or something. I don't know video games. Harry Potter video game is coming out. Not without controversy. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. You know, they thought they didn't even have J.K. Rowling on the project. Thought maybe that would avoid controversy. Throw out the controversial bitch. False. Fail. Backlash. Controversy. Segue to article from Game Rant explaining the controversy surrounding Hogwarts Legacy. Wow, and they called this Hogwarts Legacy. So this is the fucking legacy. What you will be remembered by. Potentially. Maybe. Some may say it would be the original books and movies. that solidified the franchise. Some would say Harry Potter's legacy will be defined by J.K. Rowling being a fucking turf. That is up to the audience. Let's play. How will you define J.K. Rowling's legacy? All right, so this article is from Game Rant. Hogwarts Legacy seems like the perfect game for Harry Potter fans, but over recent years, the franchise has become surrounded in controversy. As we all know, Avalanche Studios has finally shared some more information and gameplay from its highly anticipated Harry Potter video game, Hogwarts Legacy. Literally, what is the name Hogwarts even like? What the fuck? Can we just cancel her for that just being gross? Hogwarts. Shit is obscene. The game seems like the dream game for fans of Harry Potter. Finally, they will be able to attend Hogwarts as their own personal wizard, learn spells through defense against the dark arts, hang out in Hogsmeade. Disgusting. The fight dark wizards in a beautiful looking role playing game. They almost had it. It was almost perfect, right? It's everything the fans, the franchise have been asking for. But the game is surrounded in controversy that it will have to face as the release date nears. Not only has J.K. Rowling garnered criticism over her comments regarding the trans community, but the story, Hogwarts Legacy, has also been called out for being anti Semitic. The Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts series have been criticized recently as well for a lack of diversity. Hogwarts Legacy is facing an uphill battle with all the controversy surrounding the series, and many fans have been sworn off the franchise they once loved. Yeah, I mean the goblins, hence the goblins. Need I bring up the goblins in the first Harry Potter movie, uh, all working at the bank? Could we have left? Could we have left that in the problematic early 2000s? I think so. We could have left that with Geely back in the Geely days. Leave all the problematic anti-Semitic goblins with Geely. It makes sense. Linguistically, it makes sense. Phonetically. I want to play Hogwarts Legacy as a trans goblin. Let's go back to the article. Hogwarts Legacy's problematic villains. Not only has J.K. Rowling made remarks that have been considered transphobic, but the plot of Hogwarts Legacy is also being criticized. The story of the game tasks players with preventing a goblin uprising during the late 1800s. This shit is fucked. The story tasks players with preventing the goblins from fighting for civil rights. This game is Harry Potter Civil War. The goblins will be teaming up with the dark wizards in an attempt to overthrow the systems of power in place in the wizarding world at the time. At the wizarding world. Yeah, I mean, the fucking powers that be at Hogwarts are fucking fucked up. The fucking wizarding world. This article, I mean, had said that the movie's got been accused of being racist or whatever, not having representation. There was that point where J.K. Rowling was trying to convince people that Hermione was supposed to be black. Like, you can't just say that. Like, after she's been cast as not in the movies, I don't know, just like, I don't think you can get retroactive diversity points like that. But she almost had a woke had some woke leadership in the wizarding world when she said Dumbledore was gay. Dumbledore's gay, and then she fucked it all up on Twitter. That whole trans thing, she got herself into that whole fucking thing for liking a tweet. So fucking stupid. Like, why did you have to talk about this shit? Like, just keep your mouth shut about this, especially you, J.K. Rowling. Like, girl, your whole fan base before this was trans people. God knows I did not give a fuck about Harry Potter. People that are watching fucking sports and shit, I don't even know, are not watching Harry Potter. You got to know your audience at a certain point. She fucking burnt herself at the stake. And now these, whoever's in charge now at the Wizarding World, now that they've fucking locked J.K. Rowling in the closet, they're not doing so much better with the fucking racist video game. They were like, all right, how do we move forward in a positive direction? Yeah, the goblins. They should have just made Hermione black and call it a day. It's also not impossible to. They could have had goblins and not made it fucking racist. Like, the Wizard of Oz, the movie of Wizard of Oz, they literally used real little people and like did not give a fuck about them in real life, and still made the movie not problematic some fucking how. They just based it on fantasy. They based that fantasy on fantasy rather than anti-Semitic tropes from the fucking Middle Ages. That's step one. Shout out Wizard of Oz. The real wizards. We know who the real wizards, you guys. That's fucking Glenda, the Good Witch, and Whatever the fuck the evil witch's name was. The Wicked Witch of the West. Also major credit to Lord of the Rings, where the protagonists are all like fucking goblins. I mean, like, what is a hobbit if not a goblin? That's this. Those are like cousins, right? Well, in Hogwarts Legacy, I will be cheering on the goblins and the dark wizards. That's also fucking racist. In their attempt to overthrow the systems of power, fight the power. No justice, no peace. Wingardium Leviosa. We're casting all the spells, bitches. The storyline has been called anti-Semitic and has been called out for essentially having players try to prevent goblins from getting rights. Fucking gatekeeping the wizarding world. The article says the goblins in Harry Potter have already been criticized for perpetuating anti-Semitic imagery, with many believing that the goblins in the movies are nearly identical to Jewish characters in Nazi propaganda. They are presented with hooked noses and they manage the economy of the wizarding world, with the films taking this and going even farther with the presentation of goblins. In Harry Potter, goblins are subservient to humans and are not allowed the same education as the wizards, or allowed to have wands on their own. Hogwarts Legacy takes place in the late 1800s, years before Harry was even born. This means the goblins have even less rights than they do during the time of Harry Potter. Right, in the movies you got the goblins working at the bank, strictly forced to work at the bank, just the way Jews were in the Middle Ages, literally. But the video game, Hogwarts Legacy, they want their legacy to be even before that. They said, make Hogwarts great again. The title has painted them as the antagonists when it seems that the player character might be more of an antagonist. Little is known about how the story will play out, but at face value, it seems very problematic. Boom. The Harry Potter series also has a history of diversity problems and tone deafness that has been coming to light in recent years. Right, like when J.K. Rowling tried to convince us that Hermione was black in her mind. You guys, I swear, that's totally what I was thinking. I just didn't write it. It was 100% in my head. I just didn't write anything or like say anything when they're casting the movie. Yo, if you want something put in a movie, you gotta write it in the book. She didn't say one fucking thing about Hermione being black, but she definitely made sure to describe everyone working at the bank was a fucking goblin. One of the few Asian characters in Harry Potter is named Cho Chang and lives in a world filled with fantasy names like Severus Snape or Luna Lovegood, yet Rowling chose to give her the name of Cho Chang instead. Yeah, right. Talk about tokenization. That is a fucking big ol' Big old token right there. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire introduced the Patil sisters, but many have called out the outfits that they wore to the Yule Ball as a mockery of Indian culture. Fantastic Beasts also garnered criticism when it was revealed that Voldemort's snake Nagini was a South Korean woman who will eventually get turned into the pet of Voldemort, as well as a Horcrux, whatever the fuck that is. All I see are tokens. Oh, look, another token. At least the goblins aren't tokenized. They got the whole uh, banking economy to control. Hogwarts Legacy has a lot of controversy that it has to overcome as the release date nears. J.K. Rowling has continued spreading her rhetoric on Twitter, as most recently she claimed the South Wales Police LGBTQ plus outreach program was virtue signaling. Further, the story of Hogwarts Legacy. That's the thing. This is all J.K. Rowling's legacy. And people that don't fuck with her anymore because of whatever the fuck she said are just not going to show up. They're not going to play the game. And I'm only playing if I can play as a transsexual goblin. So I'm out. Game was produced by Avalanche Studios, and this shit sounds like a fucking avalanche. I hope everyone enjoys the game if you check it out and enjoy preventing the goblins from fighting for their rights. Quench that rebellion like a thirst, like a good thirst. This next article comes from out.com. A dog that was abandoned for being, quote unquote, being gay has a new, loving, and gay home. This is a beautiful story, you guys. It makes me happy. Makes me gay to hear. Really, it's super fucked up, actually, because who the fuck put their dog up for adoption because they thought it was gay? I mean, my dog is literally humping males, females, me. I'm not non-binary. I'm non-canine. Dude, dogs are fucking dogs. That's literally saying you're being a dog. It means you're humping everything. So this is fucking cruel. The dog who was Cruella de Vil type shit. My guy. The dog who was cruelly dumped at a North Carolina animal shelter because his owner discovered him humping another dog, male dog, has been found a new home, and the development might have saved the loving animal's life. Stephen Nichols and John, his partner of over 30 years, learned of the dog named Fezco abandonment at the Stanley County Animal Shelter, and they decided they had to adopt him. They say, we just thought it would make sense for the gay dog to be adopted by a loving gay family. Really, what the fuck kind of name is Fezco? That's the fucked up thing. That's almost as fucked up as Gili. They say we've been subject to that kind of bigotry and ignorance throughout our lives, and we couldn't always do anything about it, Nicholas said. We looked at each other and said, we can do something about this. Well, like being named Fezco. One of the first things they did after adopting Fezco was give him the new name of Oscar, thank God, in honor of the late gay poet. Oscar Wilde. You can't write this shit. Nichols also called out the previous owner, saying it was, quote, just a silly reason to turn in a dog. And experts agree, saying that mounting is common among canines and has little to do with sexual activity. All dogs do it, Dr. William Presley of the Presley Animal Hospital to WCCB. It's a dominance thing and a play thing. Boom. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. So true. Yo, my dog gets in all kinds of trouble for humping because he humps the shit out of all of the dogs. He just the most dominant, you know. He may be 12 and a half pounds, but he is 12 and a half pounds of hunka burning love, baby. You can't stop that red rocket. It might be a little bit sexual, a little playful, a little sexual. Sometimes the dick is out. That's all I'm saying. But he's the expert, so I'm going to tell my dog go for it next time. And I'm going to show anyone who gets mad this article. Say, yo, Dr. William Presley, it's a dominance thing and a play thing, actually. So I guess my dog is just more dominant and more playful. And you can suck it. Also, it's springtime, and that's just nature. I'll use the springtime excuse no matter what season. Dr. Presley. I love how this game is Dr. Presley. Like Dr. Elvis Presley also revealed that Oscar's previous owner was not just an ignorant homophobe, but also a poor owner as well. Oscar was suffering from heartworms, a condition that left untreated will eventually result in death. Fuck. Yeah, so fucking Fezco is a lucky ass dog. He got his heartworms treated. He got his fucking wrecked ass name Fezco made to Oscar Wilde. He doesn't have a homophobic, bigoted owner. Major win for Oscar Wilde, the dog. This article says, regardless of an animal's perceived sexual preference, Dr. Presley reminded readers a pet is a friend for life. You don't just throw him away, Dr. Presley said. When you get an animal, he's there for the lifetime. It's like having a fucking kid, man. You know, if your kid turns out being gay, what are you gonna put him up for adoption because he's gay? Like, some people would, and they're fucked up. You know what they say? You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do. All right, you guys. You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's move on to the next article. You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's talk about Vladimir Zelensky's t-shirt. Vladimir Zelensky's iconic olive green shirt. So, if you guys have been watching President Zelensky on TV and paying attention to anything other than his olive green t-shirt, I don't know what the fuck you've been paying attention to. Because this olive green t-shirt has been sparking online sales. We already got the fucking war profiteers scavenging the Etsy sales. It says, amid the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine. President Vladimir Zelenskyy has been seen on numerous occasions sporting an olive green shirt, which has sparked the sale of the shirt across online marketplaces. That's fucked up, you guys. People are already making World War III merch. This is like getting a fucking Astro World t-shirt. Zelenskyy's iconic olive green shirt, which features the Ukrainian Armed Forces symbol, is currently on sale across several online marketplaces, including Amazon, eBay, and Etsy. Yo, eBay, what the fuck? Would they steal it out of his bedroom drawer? Fucking Etsy, people are screen printing shit in their fucking hipster workshop. This is a major look, though. I gotta admit, the green shirt is fire. This is what Madison Cawthorn was talking about when he's saying Zelenskyy looks like a fucking thug. He's got the military green shirt. He's not a fucking square in a suit like fucking Putin getting red in the face. The sale of the shirt online comes as Zelenskyy has been seen wearing it while addressing several different nations virtually. Yeah, man, wore that shit on the Zoom. I don't know why you can't just donate money to the Ukraine, donate to a charity giving to the Ukraine. I don't know why you have to go full stolen valor. I've gotten yelled at in a fucking Banana Republic for wearing a camouflage shirt by a woman whose son went to war. And so, if that's stolen valor, if you're making a fucking copy of this guy's exact fucking shirt, like can't you cheer the guy on? You need to wear the fucking uniform. This is the fucking problem with our culture, you guys. No one can be the cheerleader. Everyone has to be the football player. Everyone has to be the quarterback. No one could be the lineman even. You don't even want to be a fucking lineman. You want the quarterback's jersey. Like, you can't even get just an I Heart Ukraine t-shirt. You get a I Stand with the Ukraine bookmark. Fucking paint your face blue and yellow and stand in your ass, sit in your ass, stand your ass. I don't even fucking know. Stay in the stands, bro. You don't need to wear the quarterback's jersey. Like, that's the fucking stupidest shit for even like football fans to wear the jersey. Like, come on, man. What are you, fucking delusional? You think you're the quarterback? What are you, a kid dressing up as a fucking dog? When I grow up, I'm going to be a quarterback. Or you going to stand outside the firehouse dressed with a fireman costume on. A seller on Etsy named Wayne, who owns the shop Wander Dog Swag, listed a shirt as the Zelenskyy tee, men's cotton crew tee, Ukrainian President Zelenskyy tee, as seen on TV. Help Ukraine, stand with Ukraine. and noted that 50% of the shirt's profits will be going to aid Ukraine. Only 50% though. Wayne, only 50. Like you guys are just rocking the tee for the look at that point. And you're putting a fucking couple bucks in Wanda Dog Swag's pocket. That's a war profiteer. That's what you call that. Fucking Wayne. Excellent. These fucking hipsters. Zelenskyy really did pull the full work from home look on this international fucking global leader Zoom call, though. He didn't even put on like a suit jacket for them. He's probably got no pants on. He's probably got the t-shirt and no pants. Dude couldn't even put a collared shirt and boxers. He really is going for the look, though, dude. I think he's going for, I don't know. I have a brown shirt, similar look, a brown t-shirt. He's going for that look. I see you, Zelenskyy, stalking my Instagram. Talk about stolen looks. Yo, I have a very similar t-shirt, and am I getting the Nobel Peace Prize? I don't think so. And I don't think I bombed anyone. Benifer, if you're listening, invite that grump Putin over for some nude sunbathing. That's what Putin's missing. He's been quarantined too long. He's been missing his topless horseback rides. Get on it, Geely. All right, you guys. Thank you for listening to episode 10 of the Fishbowl. For everything LOL Comedy Club, check out comedyclublol.com.